But we got to make sure that it's, not too far into the future that everybody actually does come and sit down. Right? But I get it. Did you start it? Okay. So understand something. Now that you've taken your sandbox, okay, back and got rid of the kitty litter, okay, don't give it up again. Okay? How did it feel when I unbuttoned the first button, then the second button, but then I stopped? See, the reality is that I wasn't trying to entice anyone. I was trying to get you out of your what? Comfort level. I have made everybody uncomfortable in this class. Everyone. And I will continue. The last 2 days, I'm coming for you. Do you understand? Okay, that's my job. That's my passion. That's my purpose. If I can't go in and stir it up, if I can't make you uncomfortable to find the little girl, the little boy, to turn that kitty litter into a sandbox, why am I here? Most of you, I guarantee you, if you didn't watch a lot of my videos and you weren't processing for at least a year, the first day you went, I don't think I can take 8 days of this, 9 days of this. I can't take it. But you see, it's like this in life. We go up, we go down. That's how it goes. Why? Because you have family members and friends around you that will never take this course, that will always be trauma. They will never change their personality. It doesn't matter how much you beg and plead. Okay? Today's one a day. Any attention is good intention. No, it isn't. Any attention is good attention. No, it isn't. Let me tell you something right now. A little child will have a tantrum and get spanked. A little child will have a tantrum and be sent to their room. A little child will have a tantrum and mommy will say, you don't get any treats for the week. Well, thank God, mommy, because now you're not going to poison the little child. Because everything that is a treat, okay, is a poison. And because you are actually the poison, mommy, daddy. But here's the deal. And you are the poison. Because when you have a tantrum when you're a child, who did you learn it from? Oh, no, you came as a spirit being and you knew how to do a tantrum. No. You watch mommy and daddy. Because guess what? When you're a child and you go down on the floor and you start kicking your hands and your feet and screaming, if the parents were awake, they would saw that they were sent a little spirit being that was going to mirror them, and then it was going to show them where their dysfunction was so that they could become functional. The child is sacrificing itself to a spanking, to the room, to be cut off of love. If you do that again, mommy and daddy aren't going to love you. Bam. They should spend 1 week in jail. Who in the heck do you think you are? You asked to be gifted a little spirit that wants to come and wake you up. And then you want to treat it like a dog or less than a dog. That is 99.9% of all parents. And don't tell me it isn't. Nobody should be allowed to have a child, a spirit being, an enlightened being, until they've taken, okay, our pain-free pregnancy course. If I was the king of everything, it would happen. We would get them when they're teenagers, when they're around 15. We would catch most of them, teach them unconditional love for themselves first and foremost, and then they can give it to their partner, which means now the two partners can give it to the little spirit being that's coming to wake you up. I don't care who you are. 999 people out of 1,000 had a child because the relationship is on the rocks. Oh, let's have another one. Let's have another one. Let's get a bigger house. Let's get a dog. Let's get a cat. And I'll tell you something, the day that you fall in love with your dog more than human beings, you're dysfunctional. Because guess what? I have to find something that'll love me, that will not challenge me to grow. What a bunch of bullshit. You have yourself a dog. But you just remember something. A dog is not a man's best friend because it doesn't challenge you. A cat is not a man's best friend, but it challenges you a little bit more. At least it's moody. So when you're done giving up on human beings, let me know. And then when you see a couple and they both have a dog each, and that dog looks like her and that dog looks like him, it's already over. They're making love to the dog but not to themselves or each other. You think I'm kidding? This world is so messed up. Can't even see it. I don't know what kind of glasses you're wearing. You're wearing asses, not glasses. Listen to me. This is really important. I had an ordeal this morning because an adult wanted to have their tantrum. And I said, listen, you're going to have to deal with this. You want to have a tantrum? Have it for the rest of your life. I don't care if you off yourself. Because I can't care. If I were to care if everyone who wanted to off themselves, I'd be dead. If I get emotional and suffer for my family, and I do it for my friends, and I do it for my patients, what's left of me? Are you like out of your skull? I am not suffering for you for 1 second. And if you have a tantrum in my space, it's over. I need you to leave my space and go have a tantrum. If you want to work on something with me, I'm willing to do it. And understand something right now. You have no idea how many people in this room, okay, learned how to have a tantrum from mommy and daddy, and then guess what? Oh, teenagers have mood problems, don't they? That's what you said. Oh, you know what? She's emotional. She has mood problems. No, she doesn't. All she's doing is refining and going deeper with the BS, the belief systems that mommy and daddy gave her, or him. There are no bad teenagers. There are bad parents. There are no bad parents. There are parents with bad beliefs that got them from other parents that had bad beliefs. There's no bad people. People are not bad. Their beliefs are. When I leave this planet, I will go down as a leader. I will go down as a leader. I already know that. And you could too. But don't think you're going to get respected and appreciated while you're here. Because you're trying to crack the coconut. I have pissed everybody off in this course already. But I haven't pissed you off. I pissed your beliefs off. I don't care. It's too late. You can't get your money back. You can cry and scream all you want. And if you want, you can burn down the tent tonight because I'm leaving anyway. You can go out and tell the world what a big prick I am. I don't care. I'm never changing. I have helped people save their lives more than anybody else I know right now. Well, that's not true. Jesus is saving millions of lives every day. And all we have left is the essence of the Spirit, which is hopefully going to get into everyone, which is called unconditional love. But you go ahead. You punish the baby, the child, that's starting to walk and talk like you and your partner, and its grandmother and grandfather. You go ahead and punish them. You go ahead, you low vibrational being. And then you wonder why, by the time they're 12 years old, they're looking for a new family. You wonder why him and her by 13 is pulling their pants down, and they either want to get inside someone or they want somebody inside them because they want to feel love again. Because parents say, I'm going to give you unconditional love, and then it's conditional right when they start to walk and talk because they act like mom and dad. And I'm right. And I'm probably one of the best psychologists, psychiatrists, all mixed up, and I'm not even a psychologist or psychiatrist. But the reality is I'm logical. And if you go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist that has gone to a government school, get ready to get screwed. What a bunch of bullshit that is. And I will have any psychologist, any psychiatrist come online and do a show with me. And then you can come in and you can talk for the first half hour, and then I will then talk about why I do what I do, and you can challenge me and tear down my beliefs. I would love, because my father was a born-again Christian pastor, I would love to walk in the footsteps of Jesus Christ, and I am not religious. And I have nothing against religion. One love, one law, unconditional love for every one of my brothers and sisters. If I pick a religion, then I'm opting out of someone else. I want everyone to know that they are welcomed in my tent, in my home, and in my heart. That when we leave here, we will drop this meat suit and we will drop every belief system and we will go back to pure spirit. And then nothing will matter. All your stories and all your glories won't even matter. Okay, we won't even be matter. We'll be invisible, light, energy, electrical, magnetic beings, and we'll just go, ha ha, wasn't that fun? But you go ahead, because for every different belief system, there are different rules. So guess what? If you get tired of one belief system, jump into another one. Maybe you'll find the one you like, or maybe you should just do one law, one love, unconditional love for all our brothers and sisters. I'm not trying to take anybody away from any religion or any belief system, or from Buddhism or meditation or from Judaism or anything else. So understand that. If you have found unconditional love in your belief systems, no matter what it's called, God love you, because now you're not looking for attention. You're at attention. You're aware. You're in the conscious moment because nobody's judging you. Can you be in the conscious moment and own it and have the life you want and have any judgment? Do you know why people need attention? Do you know why they don't care if it's good attention or bad attention? Because they're judging themselves 24/7. Thank you very much. And I would like any minister, priest, pastor, whatever you want to call it, to come on and challenge me. You know what? The only way that I can learn is to be challenged. I need to be challenged by my students, be challenged by my practitioners, challenged by my partner, challenged by my children. I do not sit above anybody in my family or anybody around me. Do not come to me and humble yourself down in front of me. That makes it really uncomfortable for a relationship. Don't ever do that. Come, stand proud, be loud, stand in your power. Tell me what is it I can do for you. I don't care if I pissed you off, if I never meant to, but I did. I want to hear. Let's sit down like two brother and sister or brother and brother and let's talk about it. Why can't we just talk about it? Why does somebody always have to be wrong and somebody be right? Okay, I would rather be in love than be right. I would rather be at peace than be right. If I do not want to sit and listen to you, I cannot grow. You are my teachers. Listen, we are our teachers. We teach each other. Every course is different. Sharon, is every course different? So understand something. When you create drama, trauma in your life, it's because it's the only attention you could get because you believe you're unworthy and have no value. You want to know something? I woke up to this when I was 10 years old. You want to know? Bible camp. Okay? I was at Bible camp. Okay? I was feeling left out. I was seeing these two kids, right? A girl and this guy, and they were pushing each other. He pushed him, she pushed back, he pushed back. I was jealous. I wanted to be pushed by a girl. So when he went to push her, I had a glass of milk in my hand. I made sure I was directly behind her. What a plot, eh? That young. And I got it that quick. And I made sure that I was behind her so that she would bang into me. The milk, I made sure it spilt on me so I could get some love. So that's how you milk a monkey. So it doesn't matter, it's just attention. And understand something. The majority of the people on this planet are looking for bad attention. You may not believe this, but when your child does something bad, it's because They don't feel worthy. They don't love themselves. So they got to get it from somewhere. And they can't get your attention when you're an adult because you're so wrapped up into making money. And you're so wrapped up because there might be 1 out of 100 marriages that are even worth talking about. The rest are, how's things going? Well, you know. No, I don't. Okay. We have our ups and downs. My God, I swear I have decided never go to any more anniversaries, 25 or 30 or 40. Well, we've had a lot of hard times, and we broke up like 4 times, and you know, it's been really difficult, but Jesus has helped us, or God has helped us, or our faith has helped us. Why couldn't you just love yourself? Why couldn't you just love yourself, love each other, stop judging each other? I didn't say give up your faith. God, we need that. But the reality is that, guess what? It's always outside of ourselves. Yes or no, Jason? It's always outside of ourselves. It's never inside of ourselves. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I am the Holy Ghost. When do I get to be in the triangle? When do I get to be in this? When do I get to be in the story? I want to be the Son. I want to be the Holy Ghost. Because I am. It's my spirit. You know what? You can twist it any way you want. But don't you think that I'm ever going to buy into any of your stories that make me less. That make me unconditional, that make me conditional love. That make me believe that that which created me ever judged me. How am I going to get this work done? Man, do you know the bad shit I've done in my life? You have no idea. You don't get like this from being a little angel. You don't get like this. But understand, everything I did, I thought I had to do to survive. I didn't do it because I was bad. I did it for survival. Just like this. You are trying to survive. You're not trying to thrive. And the reason is that you know you are because guess what? You're trying to get attention no matter what it is. Every one of you have picked your disease on an unconscious level, but you still picked it. It's your responsibility to get out of it, but you won't. Because guess what? When you become crippled, does the cane become your friend? Does the walker become your friend? Does the wheelchair? Does the big boy diapers? Now, women, the big girl diapers, now you can just, 47% of the population of women urinate in their urine. I mean, in their panties all day long. Drip, 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 47% minimum. We are so crippled. I am not going to be crippled. Don't think that you can come to me. I love you anyway, but don't think you're going to come to me and give me your crippled belief. If it's not based on a God that has never judged me, a God that says, you know what, Daryl? I want to tell you something right now. Just even going down to that planet, damn it, you are a brave heart. Because as soon as you get there and you're in the womb, they're going to be preparing you for the tomb. Your parents aren't going to love themselves or each other. Your mother's going to eat toxic GMOs. She's going to go to a doctor that's going to try to drug her and scare the living crap out of her about having a baby. Because everything is based on fear. How does it feel going to live in that apartment? And then guess what? Mommy's going to be constipated. She's going to have bowel problems. She's going to have digestive disorders. Okay, and she's going to have mood upswings up and down because she doesn't realize her belief systems are running her. Oh yeah, it's just a nice vacation in here. It's either I don't want to live or I need to get the hell out. And that's what teenagers want to do. They want to find a new family. That's why they're so willing to smoke cigarettes with friends or willing to drink or do drugs because the parents told them you're not good enough. Oh, and then let's lay the law down and tell them about how God believes that they're not good enough and they're going to be punished. Let's do that to them. Oh, that should be fun. Why don't you do that? Oh yeah, that's what I got, my whole upbringing. I was like from the age, I'm telling you, of the age of 6 until I was 12, I used to bang my head on the pillow to go to sleep because I knew I was going to hell. By the time I got to 12 years old, I didn't give a crap. I'm going to hell and I'm going to raise hell because guess what? They were suffocating me. I stole money from my parents' purse. Remember the big plastic jugs? Because my father said, you know what? Okay, so here it is. I'm like 13 years old, 12 years old. You know what, Daryl? I'm going to give you a dime. It came time to give me my allowance, and guess what? He said, you know what? I've thought it over, and you don't deserve it. Another time, there was somebody who lived beside us, had a cherry tree. And they said I was in the cherry tree and I broke a big branch off. They woke me up at 11 o'clock at night. It scarred me. After that, I was finished. And they came, and we had boarders living there. So everybody is there at 11 o'clock at night. I'm not even awake yet. Did you break the cherry tree? No. Don't you lie to us. Did you break the cherry tree? No. Don't you lie to us. So my father, being such a good pastor, pulled my pants down in front of everybody, and he spanked me for like 5 minutes as hard as he could. That was it. You're getting it. Every one of you are getting it. You want to piss around with me? That was it. It was over. I went to bed. I never banged my head again. It was over. I'm going to steal, I'm going to lie, and I'm going to cheat. If I'm going to hell, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to reclaim my sovereignty. And I'm never changing. I'm not going to lie, I'm never going to cheat, and I'm never going to steal. But don't you think that I'm giving up my God-given right, that I am a spirit being on a life-threatening adventure with a bunch of screwed up people. Now you know who I am. You can tell me anything. So we were going to get this place and everything was going to be, and we were going to do this lecture, and then somebody came this morning and told me, and I just went, okay, that's how I live. Did you hear the end of the world's coming at 1 o'clock? I'd say, yeah, keep your mouth shut. Let's have a good time together here. Let's dance. Because the world is never ending. The world doesn't end. We end. And we end it every moment that we buy into what? I am needy for attention and I don't care how it comes. I absolutely need no attention from anyone. You know who I need attention from? My God. That's all I need attention from. Thank you very much. My God and me, we talk all the time. Except I listen. And guess what? You can't hear that unless you want to listen and be quiet and be at peace. You will never, ever know what that is if you don't find peace and calm yourself down. God only whispers. And for God, it's different for everyone. If I were to have everybody write an essay on God, it would look different. And guess what? Are you ready? That which is God goes, well, you gave it a good shot, and I love you unconditionally. That's all. Everybody thinks that there's this thing. If you don't get it right, you're in trouble. How low vibrational do you want to go? Every one of you have different beliefs about what that is, source energy, creator, absolutely different. You can get a couple in here that go to the same church and we'll get them to write an essay, and it will look similar, but it will not be the same. So which one of those are going to hell? So you actually believe that if you do something wrong down here, that if you actually aren't like attentive, that which created the whole universe is writing a log on you. Now, most of you are going to say, I'm not religious and I don't get tied up in that. I don't care what you say, you're full of it. You know what? Are you going to tell me that you can't swim, that you can swim across the river of poo-poo and you're not going to get any on you? You're going to tell me you got that. You're going to tell me that everybody in your family, okay, is just a light energy, electrical magnetic being that knows themselves. And everybody you hang around with. Oh, and you don't watch the news, you don't watch TV, you don't listen to the radio, okay? You don't hear conversations. You know what? You don't even know what you're talking about. And we don't know what we're talking about until we stop talking and we start connecting. That's it. That's it. I will never judge anybody for anything, okay? Please, I'm not mocking anything, but somebody could say, my God is Krispy Kreme. I'll go, well, if you get power from that, and that's it. It can be as crazy as you want because there's a lot of crazy belief systems out there about God. Woo! And you know what? Hey, if it's putting a smile on your face, that which we call God, do you actually think it sits around judging us? God, I'm going to tell you something. The first time that I played with myself when I was young, okay, after I had that little orgasm with myself under the blanket with the door locked, okay, I went, shit, my eyesight's even better. Are we done yet? Because we got work to do today. All right? Okay. I don't care what your story is. I unconditionally love you. I will never judge you. Even just saying that makes me want to choke up. I want to love everyone. Thank you. Let's take a 10-minute break and we'll come back.